Hi, legends. Welcome to another episode of Wavematics Weekly Forecast for June 19th to 23rd, 2023. And this week is going to be a very wonderful week. Last week, we've had a very interesting week. Okay, just a moment. Let me mute. Okay, before we begin, this week we are looking at the profitable setup just like we always do every week. And now, if you are watching me live, before we start the stream, let me know if you can hear my voice. And if the screen is also very okay for you, let me know in the comment section as quickly as possible so that we jump along and know that our setup and everything is okay. If you are watching me for the first time, my name is Peter Pearl and I'm the founder of Pearl Markets. And we are looking at Wavematics weekly forecasts, and we look into the charts, look at the profitable setups, look at the opportunities that the market is presenting to us, and how we can trade it in the course of the week and all profit from it. So just like we always do, if you have any pair that you want me to analyze, just leave it in the comment section. Then I'm going to give priority to those with us live, as in the course of the week we've gathered the most requested pairs in our charts. So if you also have any new pair that you want me to look at whilst we are live now, just leave it in the comment section, and I'm going to do justice to it. Okay, Barbie is also requesting for crypto. Joe, keep it coming. I see your comments. So in the course of the stream, I'm going to look at it. I think for crypto, I've been getting a lot of, I do analyze Bitcoin a lot, and I've been getting a lot of requests for Ethereum. So today I'm going to also dive deeper and look at Ethereum as we look at the other instruments also. So let me know where you are watching us from as quickly as possible. I'm currently speaking from Toronto, in Canada. So let me know the country or city or town that you are watching us from as a family. Then we will know where each and everyone is connecting from. So we will start usually just like we do with the dollar index. The dollar index is giving us a very interesting scenario, And index, today we are going to look at the daily time frame. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at in the legendary trade room. So in dollar index, this is what we are looking at. Okay, let me just jump straight into the legendary trade room. Okay, now with dollar index on the daily time frame, this is what we are looking at. Now there are many scenarios to this particular count, which is very interesting, but they are all almost the same. And now this particular week we are looking at is either this particular pattern happening here can be a triangle, and it can also be a running flat, be a contracting flat rather. A contracting flat in this particular scenario. So there's a possibility of it being an ABC, but I'm really rooting for the triangle scenario, which might likely play out. So if it is a triangle scenario, then it can that means the impulsive wave here is not yet complete. So it's not going to be a wave 2. So it's going to be rather a wave 4. If the triangle scenario gets in play, then the black wave 4 will, so here is going to be a wave 3, a wave 4. Then we have an A, B, C, D, and E for that wave 4. Then we will come for a one more move to the downside for a wave 1 or A before we go we price move downwards before we can look at the correction for the way. But if there's a possibility that if the dollar weakens more, then this is possible to be a contracting flat in this particular scenario of ABC, where the wave C will not break the end of the wave A. But watch careful for the triangle scenario, because that is what seems likely to be happening. So in that particular scenario, we are going to see a wave D and a wave V, one more move to the upside. before price moving to the downside. So with this understanding, so that means in this particular week, we are still expecting a weakness in the dollar. We are still expecting a weakness in the dollar. So with that particular understanding, let's jump straight into the majors, the Euro USD and the rest, and see how we are going to use this understanding to really trade this particular one. Okay, Bobby is connecting us from Europe. Stephen is also connecting us from Ghana. So keep it coming. Okay, Ken is asking for the pound USD. I'm going to look at all those ones as quickly as possible. So let's start with Euro USD, since that is the most requested pair in the majors. So in Euro USD, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. In Euro USD, we are having that similar triangle scenario. Sorry, that triangle scenario pattern, and in a 4-hour time frame. So it's either a wave 1 for a wave 2 triangle, a wave 2 contracting flat, or a wave 2 contracting flat, or we having an ABCDE for a triangle for wave 4. So should in case a triangle is happening, then know that you are going to readjust your count. That means this is not the end of the wave 1. So if a triangle is happening, then this side is going to be a wave 3 for us to have an ABCDE before we go into the upside. So when that happens, then this side is going to be a wave 4 for the triangle scenario. The triangle scenario, which is more likely to happen. So watch it very carefully as price is now forming this particular move to the upside. Price forming this particular move to the upside, there's a possibility of wave D, it's ending for a wave D. Then we would look for a 3 wave for a wave E before we move to the upside. So now, with this particular understanding, and it's very easy to trade triangles, just like if you remember, I think last week we looked at the USD Japanese yen, which was having a triangle scenario. And let me show you that quickly so that you know how to trade these triangles, because when they start forming, they're usually the same. I'm talking about this, something similar to this when it's Euro USD 4. If we get that wave 4, so now with this particular triangle, we had an ABCDE. Then definitely, if the wave 4 ends, it's not going to break below the end of the wave C. So price really shoot up from this particular end. I remember when it happened like this, and this particular move was coming in, everyone thought that okay, the triangle did not play out well, but that is why we don't chase candles. You look at the pattern as a whole. Then if you are convinced, though it could have been wave 5, but I still look at looking at the size of the wave 3, price had a little room for the upside. So this particular understand, then use the same understanding to trade the Euro USD. So with that particular one, if we are just to look at the continuation of this particular pound USD, say wave 3, 4, and 5, because we want to see an impulsive move. So we are going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Though price is really at the channel resistance at this particular level, but because we've not gotten a 5 wave, because at the end of the triangle there's supposed to be an impulsive move that is following. So it being a 3 wave, we cannot just anticipate a bounce off from this particular side. So because we need to still get our impulsive move, so we want to see price move to the upside, to give us a wave 3, 4, and 5 before we will start looking for the reversal signs for this particular pair to really reverse on this particular. So that is what we are looking at on the USD Japanese yen, which is also similar to what we are looking at on Euro USD, because we want to see the triangle unfold. And if the triangle unfolds, then one of the ways is you entering where the wave E is ending, so that your stop loss is going to be below the end of wave C, because the wave E cannot go beyond the end of wave C, or you going the conservative way of entering when there is a breakout from the wave D, then your stop loss being at the end of the wave C. That each of the approach is possible. So use this same understanding to trade the Euro USD. So with this particular one, I think Ken requested for the pound USD. Let me quickly look at it for Ken. So with pound USD, the pound USD is a very simple scenario also at this particular side. And with pounds USD, we are looking at an impulsive move. So I'm seeing this particular pattern as I labeled it as a triangle for a wave 4 of an ABCDE. So with that particular one, that means there is still a room for a move to the upside for the wave 5. For the wave 5. So this particular week, we want to see, as the dollar is going to weaken, we want to see price move to the upside. So we having a wave 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to see a wave, the completion of the wave 3. After that we are going to see a wave 4, which is going to come back somewhere here and give us a one move to the upside. So wait for a correction on the impulsive move that is happening. Don't just jump into the trade. Wait for this particular pullback, because it's very important. That is going to discount the price for you to really get in at a very good entry point. So I'm going to wait for this particular discount. If you are fortunate to get a discount to come test this particular channel resistance, which is now turning into support, then that is going to be beautiful and going to be wonderful, which is going to give us a very good risk to reward ratio on that particular one. So wait for the pullback. Then after that, you are going to look at it to the upside. So that is what we are looking for in the pound Japanese yen, So in the pound USD rather. So with this understanding, if you have any press, you keep your comments coming, and I'm going to look at it in the course of the section. Let me jump straight into just some few seconds. Let me get into the logging into the legendary trade room. So if you want to get into pair markets, it's very simple. Just go to www.pairmarkets.com. Then I'm going to start from the scratch so that you know how simple it is to log in. Just go to pairmarkets.com. If you remember, you already have the login details. So once you come to pairmarkets.com, we are having a 50 now, and you can just yes, you want the promo offer. It's going to give you the pricing. If you take either the lifetime or the annual, one good thing about it is now we are offering Wavematics Forex Accelerator course, which is our premium program, for free, and you can get in at a very cheaper rate and not buying the course separately. So if you're also a member, you just click on the member login and come to the members area, which is just like we have an app and everything for. So you just log in. It's very simple. So with the members, you'll be able to see our daily. So this is how the dashboard look at. We have our trading room and other things. So you can go straight to the charts. If you are also taking the course, you can come to the course library. So this is how the charts look like. So in a pound USD, this is the pound USD that we just discussed. So members are going to get the daily. So this is what we are looking at for the daily time frame for the pound USD. So we want to see a move to the upside for this particular wave A. So you can see that the wave 5 still have some room for the upside before we start looking at this particular 3-wave move to the downside. So that is the pound USD for you. I've shown you the daily time frame. Let me go to the trade room, which is also the community. So let's jump straight. Let's continue with USD CAD. I'm seeing a very important and very fantastic pattern on the USD CAD. Interesting and fascinating. When Elliott Wave started meeting a lot of classic patterns, I'm seeing a lot of these classic patterns also in play here. So this is This is USD card for you. This particular correction has been on the sideways for some time now, and the price after this particular move, initially we were looking at this particular triangle for the upside, then price broke through it. So we look at it from a different perspective, where we are now looking at an ABC. So this particular wave C. So in this particular week, we want to see more upside. So if you look at even in classic pattern, now we can see a form of head and shoulder at this particular side. So after this particular break, which suggests that price wants to really go down to the downside. So if you are doing a price measurement on this particular one, then this is it tells you that we might come lower to something, let's say at this particular channel support before going to the upside. Even if you look at this particular smaller pattern too, then you can see that we have a double top also at this particular side, all suggesting that price has a way to go down. And the interesting thing is, whether you are looking at the big head and shoulder or even the small double top, the neckline remains the same. And now we've gotten a break out of this particular one. So everything suggesting that, okay, price has the capacity of moving to the downside, and the dollar is also weakening. So it's a very good trade. So wait for a correction. Just like I always say, if you're not ready in the trade, wait for a pullback on this particular one. Then you can get a very good entry on it to really ride the race to the we want to see this particular correction of this small pullback. Once we get that particular pullback, then we are going to move to the downside for price to really continue for a wave 3. So now we've seen a wave 1, 2. So we want to see a 5 wave, which I'm looking at it having a turning point at this particular channel support. After the 5 wave, once we get to this channel support, then we are going to look at the reversal point from this particular end to the upside as the dollar start getting some strength in this particular one. So that is what we are looking on the USD card, the USD card. So let's quickly look at gold, since that was also requested a lot during the weekend when I posted whether you have something that the price or instrument that you want me to look at. So on gold, gold is 2 ways, interesting pattern which can be counted in 2 ways, but this being my favorite because of the weakness in the dollar. So now last particular week we look at this particular triangle which was very interesting, and now we couldn't get, though we got the move to the downside, but we couldn't get the downward. Price really didn't go that far, but since it's breaking this particular low, it still can qualify as a wave 5. So with this particular one now, this can be, if it is a 5 wave at this particular level, then as the dollar weakens in this particular week, then we want to see price move to the downside. There is also a possibility of this wave 4 being can give us a WXY of a pattern like this, then give us a one more move to the downside. This pattern is also very possible. You can even get an expanding flat pattern from this particular scenario. But just like I always say, when there are 2 scenarios, we trade them bit by bit. We trade them bit by bit. We don't just make a wild guess on it. So first, what we are looking for, whether it's going to be the expanding flat expanding flat pattern, or we are going to go to the upside. Still, whichever way, there's still some room for the upside. So we will wait for the correction. And as you are trading, if I get a buy entry, I'm going to go in for it after this particular correction. And as I'm trading the particular buy entry, then because I know there is a possibility price can give an expanding flat entry, then I'm going to manage my trade very careful, where the end of this wave 4 can be your support for that particular expanding flat. So once it's get there, it doesn't mean you cannot trade the buy setup, but as you are trading the buy setup, you look at the pattern progressions and look at how price really wants to adjust itself on that particular one. Then if price start giving you a reversal sign when it gets to this particular ABC and you are in the buy setup, then you can exit your trade for a small profit, then wait for a one more move to the downside. But as it stands now, I'm rooting for a bullish scenario on this. So if I get this particular correction that is happening, if I get a move, a three-wave pattern at a very interesting fib level, then I'm going to go in for the buy setup. So that is what we are looking at from gold. Gold. Okay. My friend is watching us live from Kenya. Okay. You are welcome to the live stream. I think Lashili is work. I said, well done, boss. Okay, my very good friend. Welcome to the live stream. And I'm also seeing Akim, who is also said, well done, Professor. If you have any comments, just keep it coming. I'm going to look at it and go through it, because today I want to create some time and look at some crypto as quickly also as possible, so that we can trade. As we are trading forex, we are trading crypto. Each one is here for a different reason. I'm going to look at some few indices also. So in let's jump straight to the Aussie USD. Let's jump straight to the Aussie USD. In Aussie USD, is giving us a very interesting scenario for this particular move. We've been expecting for some time for the wave 1 to complete, and price keep on pushing to the upside. So if you're already in this particular trade for the buy setup, you've been riding the trade for some time now. So looking at the count, the adjustment of the count, we want to see after the wave 4, we want to see a 5-wave move. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to complete the blue wave 5. After which we will start looking for the correction for this particular wave 2. The correction for this particular wave 2. So this particular week, for after this short move to the upside, we want to see a 3-wave move correction, after which we are going to still buy to the upside. So when you are trading, then there is a very high move to like this, a very parabolic move like this. Then when you are buying, you have to be very careful, because if you buy at this particular top and you don't have the idea that it can be a possible wave 5, this small wave 5 before coming down, if you are not scalping and maybe you have day trading or swing trading, then price might really get you out, because when this particular wave 2 correction start coming in, it's going to come in deep, and it's going to be bigger than whichever buy setup that you are buying at this particular top. But if we get the correction, then you can really trade it to the downside. I think the Kiwi dollar is also having a similar a similar scenario on the Kiwi dollar also. The Kiwi dollar also, which after the correction, we also seen a wave 1, 3. So the Kiwi and the Aussie dollar are all having a similar setup. So just like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, we want to see a move to the upside for the wave 5 to complete. Then after which we want to see the downside for this particular wave, and buy at moves up and ride a race. But once you get any buy setup after the wave 2 correction, watch the channel here, because most times price gets to the channel and you see how it reacts to it, whether it's going to give you a very strong rejection or it's going to break out of that particular channel. Today, since I want us to look at some cryptos, let me I think I'll still look at Bitcoin, but let's quickly look at Ethereum, and let's see how we are looking at Ethereum. Let me give you a quick move on from the weekly. Let me do a small quick top down analysis for you. So we are looking at this particular site. This is the weekly. I have a major count on all of it, but this is what I'm looking at on the impulsive count that is happening on the weekly. So this is Ethereum. And if you trade crypto, let me know in the comment section. If you are someone who trade crypto, just let me know in the comment section so that I can prepare more of the crypto pairs for you. So if you're watching us a replay or the live version of it and you trade crypto, let me know in the comment section and the kind of coins that you usually trade and you want to see me analyze. So with this particular, we are looking at an impulsive wave of wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with a beautiful subdivision for the wave 3. So now after this particular wave 4, we want to see an impulsive move for this particular wave 5. So let me go to the daily time frame so that you see how the breakdown is breaking out. So in the daily time frame for Ethereum, this impulsive move, so this being the wave 1, this being the wave 1, then we see the wave 2. So price also giving us a very nice impulsive move for this particular wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So once the wave 3 is completed, we saw a wave 4, we saw a wave 4, we saw wave 5. Then so that is a possible end of this particular 5 wave impulsive move, which can be the beginning of the wave 3, just like we looked at it, the wave 3 that we looked at it. So if it is this particular move that we are looking at, then price can really go far on this particular one, because if this is wave 4 and we are looking at the wave 5, then this is just the wave 1 of that wave 5. So we have more room to go. This blue is wave 1 of the blue wave 3. So price has a very interesting scenario. Price have a very interesting scenario on this particular one. So with this, now that you understand where we are going, there's been a lot of news on crypto with Binance leaving the Netherlands and other things, but still technical analysis is still very strong. So when you understand it, then you can adapt and use the fundamentals that is coming in to give you more volatility. So with this understanding, let's jump straight to the 4 hour and see what we have. So now price is in this particular correction. So we are looking at a wave A, then wave B, which being a triangle scenario of an A, B, C, D. Then we had a 5 wave for this particular move. So is this the beginning of the impulsive move that we've been expecting? That is very interesting. Most times Bitcoin always give the indications first before the other coins follow. So last week I did analyze Bitcoin. In Bitcoin I was telling you to watch out for this particular move. So let's jump straight to Bitcoin and look at what we discussed last week. What we discussed last week on Bitcoin. You can see that last week, this is what we were looking at Bitcoin, where we were looking at this particular ending diagonal after the wave A, wave B being a triangle, wave B being a triangle. Then I talked about this particular ending diagonal, whether the news is going to come in or not. The patterns that are forming are very classic and investor. I don't know. I don't care what is going to happen within the week or other thing. But if I see a very good pattern, I'm going to trade it. That is what I do. That is the importance of understanding technical analysis and knowing how to jump in with a trade. So that was how I could call this particular move to the upside, that okay, now we are in this particular wave 4. We want to see price move to this particular side for to complete this particular ending diagonal. Once you get that, then expect a move to the upside, and that is exactly what happened. Price moved beautifully as we've projected, as we forecasted, and now we want to see price really give us a correction to continue to the upside. Once we are out, we've gotten a break out of this particular ending diagonal resistance trend line, then we want to see that same trend line resistance turn to support. Then once we get that particular one, then we can move to the upside on this particular one. So it's very interesting. It doesn't really matter which side you are trading, whether you are trading crypto, whether you're trading forex, whether you're trading the stocks. When it comes to technical analysis, if you understand what you are doing, the charts are always the same. Even if we give you any pair, if you understand how to look at the market in the lens of a professional technical analyst, then you are good to go. It doesn't really matter in you thinking that this can be this particular one, or we can only use this particular strategy for this particular instrument. Once you're a technical analyst, you can use it for every other pair. If you're also watching us from YouTube, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just Peter Pair. I'm going to leave it in the comment section for you, so that you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, because most times it's very YouTube give very good quality. So if you're watching us from Facebook, you can add the YouTube to get the YouTube link. And okay, so I've posted it in the comment section. Those with us in the group, I'm gonna post it about if you're watching us so that other traders can also benefit from it. So let's look at some few okay, I think pairs, then we can bring the stream to an end. Ken is really requesting for US oil. Let me look at crude in general. We are not going to separate to look at US or UK oil separately. But if you get an understanding of what the crude oil is doing, then you can use it to really analyze your US oil. So in crude, this is what we are looking at for crude. With crude oil, we've been looking at this particular scenario for some time. After this particular move, now this is a wave one. We want to see crude move to the upside on this particular one. So the prices of crude per this analysis is going to escalate and still going to go high and push to the market. I think one of the our members did point out that some of the brokers, it looked like this particular wave two went below this particular wave Y, which we were looking at wave two. So, but I'm yet to see a chart like that. So if you are watching me and you are using any broker that the wave two here moved below the end of the wave, just link it in the comment section and let me have a look at it so that I can have an alternative count for you on that. So with this particular WXY for wave two, we want to see after this wave one, leading diagonal wave one and a wave two, we want to see price move to the upside on this particular one for crude oil, on this particular one for crude oil. And it's a very interesting scenario on this one. So let's quickly look at silver. Let's quickly look at silver so that we can today we are going to run a stream a little early. So those comments that you gave that I've not been able to look at it, I'm going to look at it and post on it in the course of the I'm seeing Ka Japanese said, I see your comments. If I'm not able to address them in the stream, I'm going to prepare separate charts and post it. That is why you need to join our Telegram channel, so that when I post these charts, you can also get access to it. I'm posting the Telegram channel also in the comment section, so you can also check it. You can also check it and join the Telegram channel. Okay, I'm seeing so I'm seeing a lot of crypto pairs, which I'm going to look at it in the course of the week. So if I'm not able to look at your pair or instrument as I do the live stream now, I'm going to look at it. So in silver is also giving us a very interesting scenario. We looked at this particular impulsive move, and when this particular correction was, we looked at this particular ending diagonal. So with I'm seeing a wave one, which is an expanding wave two, which got its reversal point between the 61.8 and the 78.6 fib zone. So we want to see price move to the upside on silver as the dollar is weakening. We also want to see price move higher on silver on this particular one. So how do you trade it this particular week? It's very simple. Once price is ongoing now, just wait for a correction. After price gives you the move it wants, wait for a correction. Once you get in the correction, then it's going to give you more confirmation that okay, now price wants to go to the upside. Then you can really trade it to the upside. So that is what we are looking at on silver. That is what we are looking at on silver. If you are joining us for the first time and you want to see more of our charts, we do give 20 charts analysis in the legendary trade room. Every time we update our charts all the time. So if you want to get more of the legendary trade room, just go to pairmarkets.com, and click on the promo offer. We are having a 50% discount. So if you want to get in, this is the best time you can get in. You can get our course for free, which teaches you absolutely everything about technical analysis and everything about the Elliott wave and other waves. So I combined technical analysis with Elliott wave, and it's going to be fantastic. So if you want to come in, just go to pairmarkets.com. We have the lifetime, which give you access to the course for free, or the annual, which also give you access to for free. But the monthly subscription doesn't give you access to the course. So you can just come in and look at it. So once you're a member, you get access not only to our charts and the trade room. This is how the legendary trade room look like. It is very interesting. It is very interesting and very highly built, not just like this normal YouTube Telegram channels, but we have our app. Everything is very organized. You submit your courses assignment and everything in the legendary trade room. So that will be all for now. My name is Peter Pearl. If you have any pair that I've not looked at, I'm going to take time after the live stream and look at the comments because I usually don't want to make the stream very long so that you can get time to consume and prepare for your charts. So that will be all for now. So I'm wishing you all happy Father's Day. The fathers are among us and the yet to be fathers. Happy Father's Day to everyone, and may the markets be with us all.